Hello and welcome to our video tutorial. So this is our current state of affairs. So we could do lots and lots more with this guy here. In fact, I should do all sorts of shading with like graffiti and scars and all sorts of asymmetry with this guy, but we have a finite amount of time. So I'm going to stop with him looking like this. What I'm going to do in this video tutorial is I'm going to work on his skeleton. So I'm going to take the whole thing and just hide it for now. I'll worry about joining it together and the virtues of doing that, and how it's going to look in the game engine, etc. So at the moment, this is our rig. So we're going to go in here and we're going to go into edit mode and see what we have. So I need to add a few more bones in. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my skeleton settings. So these, this little icon here is the settings for the skeleton. So I'm going to go to, it was kind of the one that we're used to using, so octahedral instead of stick. It's just it's easier to select the joints here. So I'm going to select both of these, and I'm going to give this guy, I'm going to go extrude and give him a forward facing foot, and I'm going to give him a heel. Now I have to go back and name all these bones in a second, but I'm also going to give him a bone here, and I'm also going to give him a bone here, and I'm going to take this bone here and I'm going to go Shift D and move that here and just rotate it a little bit up, and then I'm going to take this bone here and go Shift D and move it into the center. I'm going to take, do we have this bone here? Fine. Now I'm going to rotate this 100. Oh, I can't do that. So this is connected here. So I'm going to go to this bone here, and what can I do with that? That's an odd setup. I can delete that bone is what I can do with it. So I'm going to extrude this bone here. Now, I don't need these two. Okay, so there are a couple other bones we probably want, but we'll leave it at that for now. We'll definitely want bones for eyes. So let's actually let's take them out now. So we go Shift D, Shift D. Now they're not in the correct position, but you know that's okay. And we'll take this one, Shift D, and we'll move it up there. So we'll get to how that works in a minute. First thing I need to do now is quite a boring thing. Is I need to name things. I think it's going to take a large part of this tutorial. So it's going to be my master bone. Is what's going to go there. This is foot control .l, and then this will be foot control .or. This is going to be foot.l, and this will be foot.or. This is going to be our heel, so this will be heel.l and heel.or. Now what are these other bones? Well, this is going to be foot ik, foot ik.l and foot ik.or, and we're going to call this guide.l and guide.or. And we'll come back and explore them a little bit later. So shin.l, shin.or, .l and hip.or. This is going to be called bend. This is spine 1. Now, the names are arbitrary. So, if you have a different naming regime, different naming technique, it's fine. If you the .or and .l is important because it allows us to mirror poses later on. But apart from that, the actual names are irrelevant. So head 1, head 2. We'll call this I.L, I.or. This bone here is going to be called look. And then we have our two shoulders, so sh.l and sh.or. This is arm.l, nearly there, arm.or. This will be forearm.or and forearm.l. Now, the rest of this is kind of boring. So, the first thing I'm going to do, because I can, is I'm going to delete them because I don't need them. I might need one. So, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to extrude this way. So, I'm going to call this bone hand.l, and over on this side, hand.or. This is going to be thumb1.l and thumb2. No, that's not L, it's .or. So I need to rename that one. It's .or. And then this is thumb1.l and thumb2.l. So the naming regime is important. So this is our index finger, so we'll call this index 1.l, index 2.l. This is going to be called the same, we need .or, so index 1.or and index 2.or. Now the next one I just call finger because it's the middle. So finger 1.or, finger 2.or, and then same over here, finger 1.l, finger 2.l. Now, pinky 1.l and pinky 2. Again, this is just my particular system of naming bones. .or and pinky 2.or. PINKY 2.4. Now, that's it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save that because I do not want to have to do that again. So this is going to be stage 15. Okay, we're just going to stop this tutorial here. So this is the first, this is our setup, and then in the next stage we'll do slightly more creative things.